Attention, all Buzz 1151 viewers. This is Dickel F. Lockett, official CDC COVID enforcer for Buzz's channel. You must put on a mask to view this video. I repeat, you must wear a mask to view this new Buzz 1151 video. If you do not wear a mask, you must pay a $5 fine.
Huh?
Send the $5 through PayPal to Dickel F. Lockett at yahoo.com.
Dickel?
What?
Why, you little crook.
You are looking at my newest project. This was a Christmas present from Wifey.
Merry Christmas, jerk.
So that means I've got to restore it. Or else. On first glance on this, it looks kind of weird, don't you think?
This is ridiculous.
We can all read that this says Philco Transitone.
Hey, I've seen this one. This is a classic.
But I don't believe this cabinet belongs to this radio.
Maybe you're right.
It just looks kind of,
This is silly.
handmade, don't you think? This loop antenna looks like it came from a different radio. And here we see the model number. This Philco is a model, looks like PT91.
Oh, how nice.
Code 121. And you can see the Philco Loctol tubes here. Everybody's favorite. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5-tube radio. It would be interesting to find out if this cabinet is from another radio. If anybody out there recognizes it, leave a comment and tell me which cabinet this belongs to. But in the meantime, let's take the chassis out of here and we'll take a look at it. There's the bottom of the cabinet.
It's quality work.
We'll take a look at this later. Let's get it out of the way. Well, the tuning works. Let's take a look at the underbelly. It has been worked on.
Yes, that's correct.
Yes, it's true.
This has been replaced.
Now, suppose you tell us all about it.
Looks like some of this wire has been replaced. Originally, this radio was made with that type of wire that crumbles. Because I restored one of these. In fact, it was the first radio I ever restored.
Oh my gosh!
Maybe 7 years ago, 8 years ago. This looks like a replacement. It says Shield TV capacitor.
Isn't that weird?
I don't see anything blowing on it. So I'm going to go ahead and plug this in, and we're going to power it up.
You crazy fool!
If it blows up, so what? It'll make a great video.
You fool!
I'll bet you $10 if I plug this in, it'll work. Anybody want to take that bet?
You stupid fool!
For the record, there's one hole there. I didn't do it.
Yeah, right.
The rest looks pretty good.
Oh, it's just gorgeous.
Got one part of the antenna came loose. It probably goes there. Let's power it up. The cord is still intact. It's not hard or anything. So we'll just plug this in here. We put in a bulb here. Turn it on. Variac is hot. Box is hot. Let's blow up a radio, shall we?
You are an insulting, pompous fool.
Okay, here we go. 30 volts in. Current came up a little bit and went down. I think we're safe to go up to about 90 volts. Lights coming on. And you can see that. Got a hum from the speaker. I'm not sure if that goes there or not, but we'll just leave it unplugged for the time being.
Did you hear anything?
I thought it did.
Light went out and came back on. There must be a bad connection in there. I think that goes there. I'm just going to connect it.
Richard, give it up!
We don't get no stations.
Why doesn't he quit?
Just look at yourself. You're pathetic, you know that?
Well, it didn't blow up. This is a dual electrolytic, so here's one end of it. Probably want about 100 volts out of there. We're only getting 31 volts on that side.
Oh, brother.
The other side's over here. So we want to get 25 volts out of that one. So this guy's probably bad. There it is. That could be the original. I'm not sure. Let's just clip the wires off. See if we can read this here. Got a 20 and a 20. Yeah, that's Philco. It's the original electrolytic. So we need two 20s. Let's get some. Pop them in there. Okay, let's test this with those new electrolytics. After I replaced these two electrolytics, I checked the tubes, and the tubes are all okay. So let's just power this up and see what we get. Let's just go all the way up. 60 volts first. $90. A 110.
You're dumber than a box of hair.
You stupid bonehead.
This is acting worse than it did before. Got 9 volts on that one side.
This is pathetic, man.
You got minus 0.2. What the hell?
Oh, brother.
I'm gonna have to take a look at the schematic to see what's going on with this. Okay, I did find a mistake here. You see this capacitor here? The shield capacitor? That's this 05 right here. You got one end going down here, connecting up to the AC line here, which I believe that's the B minus. So that's hooked up here. The other side of it is supposed to come up here and go right here. That's supposed to be pin 5 of the 7A8 tube, but that's not connected there. The other side of this capacitor going up to the plate of the 7C6 tube.
What's the meaning of this?
So that was the only mistake I found on that, but I found a mistake old Buzz did.
It figures.
Let's take a look at Buzz's mistake. Now the two negatives of the electrolytics were connected to this wire here, and I clipped it, and while I was hooking up the new ones, instead of seeing it was connected here, my eyes went crazy and thought it was connected to here. So the leads of the electrolytic wouldn't stretch way over here, so I just followed this wire here, this gray wire, goes over here to this other tube, which these are chassis ground wires. And so I hooked up the negative, the B minus, to the chassis ground here. So now I'm going to connect this back over here, and we'll try it again. Hopefully it'll work. It better.
Oh, brother.
I now have correctly hooked up this capacitor here to pin 3 of the 7B7 tube instead of pin 2 of the 7C6 tube. Let's go ahead and see what happens here. Okay, one more time, huh? I think this is on. Let's just take the Variac and bring it up. We got about 100 volts there. Oh, that's a lot better. Look at that. $130. It's better than 20 volts, huh? Let's go up to about 110. I hear crackling out of the speaker. Hey. There we go.
President Biden actually thinks the antidote to all of that is to raise taxes.
Come on, man.
Small business owners, family farmers,
It's all the way up.
creators around America to
Not much volume on it.
really is astounding.
It picks up about 2 stations.
Oh, brother.
Phew. For a minute there, I thought old Buzz lost it. His mind, that is. Let's take a look at the bottom of his chassis and make a few decisions. Let's look at it. Look at this wiring and solder job. Pretty bad, huh? I decided to rewire the whole radio. Look at this big blob of solder almost touching this pin. Before I rewire though, I'm going to replace most of the paper caps and just check them in there and retest the radio.
Again?
Well, there's all the capacitors. They're just tacked in there. Let's just try this now and see if we get any better performance out of the radio. Okay, let's go. We'll go right up to 110, 115. Whoa.
Godfrey Daniel!
Great balls of fire!
What was that?
Fire is good. Fire no good.
Boy, I've had a bad day today, haven't I? Let's see if we can make some sense out of this thing here. I'm going to play this clip back here. Now I start out with this close-up here. I wanted to show the caps here, and I was supposed to switch to a long shot. And I completely forgot about that and started to power it up, and all you can see here is the chassis instead of the voltage box and the variac and all that. What I think happened was this was shorting. This one lead from this capacitor was shorting to this other lead here, and I'll show you that right now in a close-up. Now this capacitor is a safety cap, and you can't see it, but it's behind this alligator clip. It's soldered onto here. This is part of the line coming in. This is the canned ohm resistor. So what happened was, I believe this lead was touching here and shorting out this 40 ohm canned ohm resistor here, and that blew out the bulb and probably caused this to heat up, and it started to smoke. Okay, now just watch right up here. You're going to see the light bulb blow up. See that? Let's show that again. See it? Now we're going to see some smoke come out right here by this canned ohm resistor here. Watch it come over here. There it goes. See it? Now I realize it's smoking and I turn it off. You can see the smoke.
Yes, I see.
The funny thing is, I tested this canned ohm resistor and it's still good. So we're going to power this up again. Make sure nothing is shorted. And see if we can get this radio to play again. I sure hope so.
Me too.
Okay, let's do this for the last time. I want to be able to keep an eye on this. Plus I want to be able to see the dial. Looks like none of these are shorted. I think we're good there. Radio's on. The variac is hot. The box is hot. Let's just go up to 60 volts here. D plus is coming up. Let's go up to 90. No smoke so far. There it comes up. Well, that's good. Let's just bring this up to about 115.
Rear accident claim 100%. Pre-loss repair.
Oh, got a lot of volume now.
Scans and calibrations. The insurance company loves to collect. Quality guarantee. Really? Because we all know another market crash could be right around the corner.
Get more stations. That's pretty good.
Sisters? Or a mother who's in between jobs and sometimes goes to bed hungry so her kids can have dinner. I am the 1 in 8 Americans who struggle with hunger. I am hungered.
Finally success. Finally. Buzz, what's wrong with you? I'm gonna slap myself. Ow. Again. Whew. I needed that. Okay, next time you see this, it's going to have new aerospace wire in there. Good solder joints, and it's going to look beautiful. Let's get this done. Well, there it is. It took me over 4 days to completely rewire that chassis. I removed every piece of wire, including any leftover stubs. You won't find any hook and pinch connections here. Look at that. That's a thing of beauty, don't you think? Here's all that wire I took out of there. Talk about ugly wire, huh? A lot of this is that wire that disintegrates. Nasty stuff. Along with that wire, I took all that excess solder out of there, and if you weighed the chassis, it'd probably weigh 2 pounds lighter. Bye-bye, wire. All this new wire is tin-plated, aerospace-grade Tefzil wire. Why, I bet you could even launch this chassis out in space, and it would work perfectly. I can see it now. Hit it, Frankie.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars.
Well, it's time to take a look at this homemade cabinet. Well, this thing is it's heavy. It's about 4 or 5 pounds. It did a pretty good job on it. Let's take a look on the inside. Looks like they made some shims here to raise the chassis. Look at this. Got that ugly grill cloth in there. They cut this hole in here and cut a piece of glass to fit it. Got some brackets in there to hold that in there. Pretty solid wood.
And what is this? Ah, this is wood.
I think this deserves to be saved. Whoever did this is probably long gone. But we're going to use this and just spiff it up a little bit. Put a new grill cloth in there. Put some nice finish on it. Let's take a closer look at that glass. Looks like this is in there a little bit uneven. Starts out here and then it goes in more. So there's more gap here than here. Maybe I could fix that without breaking the glass. There's the other side. I think you can see it a little bit better. See how it's small here and the gap's bigger here?
Yes, indeed.
I wonder if that bracket is glued in there. Let me try to loosen that up off camera. I got that out. He had nails in there. See these small nails? I don't know why he did that. Could have probably just put the grill cloth on the back on a piece of cardboard and be done with it. So I don't think I'm going to use that.
Good.
Especially that grill cloth.
Be careful!
Okay, I've been working at it. I got it loose here, I think. If I can just get this out of here without cutting myself. It's loose on that corner.
Easy does it, fella.
Easy does it.
Got it out. Now that can be replaced by a piece of plexiglass. No need for a piece of glass to be in there. I've decided to enlarge the dial viewing area because that looks just too small, don't you think? Then I can order one of those plastic dial covers and use that instead of a piece of plexiglass. So that's not going to be easy, so let's get started. I took a Dremel tool and put a groove all the way around here.
I wonder why.
And I'm going to attempt something I've never tried before. I'm going to use an oscillating tool to see if I can cut that.
Well, you're crazy.
I don't have a working jigsaw or any other type of saw that I can cut that. That's pretty thick. So I'm going to try this tool. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, well, we'll come up with plan B. This is an oscillating tool. Oh, there, macro there. Let's see if we can do this. I think I've done enough sanding on this. I think I'll try a little of this Restore finish. This one is golden oak. So let's see what this looks like with a light coat of this on there. Now I'm going to use a sock today. No undies. Sorry about that.
Ah, fiddle faddle.
Let's see what this looks like. That looks pretty good. This is going to be like almost black here. The insides here.
The darker the better.
Not bad. We're ready to put on some finish. I got some satin clear wood finish. It's lacquer made by Deft. This turned out pretty good. I got the inside here darker. So let's just spray it and see what it looks like. I have completed the finish.
Ah, it's so good, eh?
That looks delicious.
Actually looks beautiful. Even did the bottom. And I put a little toner inside there. Now I mentioned before when I cut this out to make it larger, I wanted to use one of these. Well, that's sort of what it's going to look like. This is just taped in there.
It's kind of funny looking.
I actually like the larger viewing area instead of that small viewing area you saw earlier. I think we might have a winner here. I decided to use one of these see-through acrylic backs.
Wonderful, wonderful.
And cut that shorter there so air could come out of there.
Let's see here. Whoop. I made this cardboard cutout here. This is for the backing of the grill cloth. So I'm just going to put some glue on here.
Ah, glue!
That's going to look pretty good. So we're almost to the end here. The chassis is ready to go in the cabinet. I aligned this off camera. I just did it by ear. Nothing fancy. It's working fine. Got this nice red output transformer frame looking great. Okay, coming up next, the reveal. It's going to be fun. Stick around. I guarantee. Or there's excitement in the air.
So let's not beat around the bush here. I give you this 1942 Philco Transitone. I'm now going to rename the 1942 Philco Frankentone.
You let other women make a fool of you. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. You're sitting down wondering what it's all about. You ain't got no money, they will put you out. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. If you had prepared 20 years ago, you wouldn't be wandering now from door to door. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. Now all you got to offer me's a drink of gin. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Get out of here and get me some money too. Why don't you do right like some other men do? Like some other men do.
Well, I hope you were entertained with this latest video. This cabinet is one of a kind, and I wanted to save it, so I salute whoever made it. You done good. So till next we meet, this is Old Buzz signing off. Stay tuned for Buzz Cinema next. Good night, folks.
Hello, folks. Welcome to Buzz Cinema. I am your host, Dickel Aflockett. Tonight, we feature a 1968 film made by Buzz and his brother Biz. It's a comedy takeoff on the classic 60s TV show, The Fugitive. In this version, Buzz stars as Dr. Richard Kimball, an innocent man accused of murder. Buzz's brother Biz plays 3 parts in this film: the one-armed man, the murder victim, and Police Lieutenant Gerard, the man obsessed with capturing the elusive fugitive. Grab a snack, sit back, and enjoy this classic Buzz 8mm comedy. Roll the film.
The Fugitive. a VH production. An innocent victim of blind justice, falsely arrested for the murder of his friend, reprieved by fate when the police lieutenant tripped, freed him to search for a one-armed man he saw leave the scene of the crime, freed him to run before the relentless pursuit of the police lieutenant, obsessed with his capture.
To be or not to be? To be or not to be? Okay, you. Who, pray tell, are you? I hate beards, so you must die. Huh? Oh. Oh. 12 shots, all in the heart?
Hey, what are you doing here?
Who might you be, matey?
Give me one arm!
You people suck. Don't mess with me.
Afraid and confused, Richard Kimball decides to get rid of the body.
Damn, you're heavy, Shakespeare. Alas, poor Yorick.
Kimball does not know the police have been called.
I'm Police Lieutenant Gerard. Okay, get him up. You're under arrest for murder. What's your name, dude?
Richard Kimball.
Oh, damn it. Kimball!
Now a fugitive, Richard Kimball must seek out and find the one-armed man.
I see you, Kimball. I see you. Whoa, Billy. Rocks? Kimball, you can't throw rocks at a police lieutenant. Damn you. Okay, Richard. Now I play hardball. Whoa. Whoa, Billy. Come back, Kimball. Come back in the name of the law.
Kimball travels to Disneyland to search for the one-armed man. But the fugitive has company, Lieutenant Gerard in the yellow sweater.
Zippity-doo-dah, zippity-day. My oh my, what a wonderful day.
One-armed man, I'm heading your way. I'm gonna find you and catch you today. Where is that one-armed bum?
Kimball figures the one-armed man might be working as a pirate with one arm.
I know Kimball is here. Where is he?
Where are you, one-armed man?
I can smell that Richard Kimball.
For Richard Kimball, the sight of Lieutenant Gerard is frightening.
He's around here somewhere.
Even a hunted fugitive must eat. As well as the hunter.
Good popcorn.
Hi, Lieutenant!
Hi, Mickey Mouse.
Kimball tries to escape by boat, but it is only a ride. A mule can take you many miles away, but for Richard Kimball, it is only another ride.
Damn rides. How do I get out of here?
MICKEYMOUSE.
Kimball knows he's got to get out, and fast.
I can smell that Gerard right behind me.
There he is.
Gerard has spotted Kimball, but is slowed down by the people in front of him.
Come on, you people. Beat it up. I'm a police lieutenant. You bums, move it. Come on, get going. Hurry, hurry, hurry. Move your ass, old man. Come on, get going. Go, 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 go. Beat it up.
Hoping it's not another ride, Kimball hops into a car. Lieutenant Gerard is hot on his trail. Suddenly, a man jumps on Gerard's car and forces him to stop.
What the hell? Get off my car, you bum.
Richard Kimball makes a clean getaway.
Oh, Kimball!
Kimball decides to prove his innocence, so he travels back to the scene of the crime to search for clues. But he is not alone.
Okay, Kimball, get him up.
Oh, fiddlesticks.
I've got you now. Arr, shiver me timbers. I picked a bad day to take off work from my pirate job. Curses.
You dirty one-armed beast.
What's all the excitement, pray tell? Huh?
He's alive? Why, you...
I'm sorry, Kimball. Kimball, be good.
Why, you whippy lieutenant?
Kimball.
A man walks down many roads, but none so dark and lonely as the one Lieutenant Philip Gerard has chosen. For now, Philip Gerard is the fugitive.
Why did I kill the Kimball?